First Alert Desk with everything we've learned so far. Stephanie.
Kara, according to this 19-page complaint right here, the class action lawsuit accuses leaders at Kent School of failing to protect students and staff. The lawsuit says a former IT administrator at the boarding school accessed, viewed, and stole photos and videos from the personal devices of 9 students and 7 other employees and nearly 60 alumni. The plaintiffs say they were notified of the breach back in April of 2023 and that the employee is now facing felony charges. A statement from the lawyers representing the plaintiffs says the employee, quote, was free to cyberstalk, survey, and sexually exploit minors with 0 safeguards enforced by the school. We have reached out to Kent School for comment on this lawsuit. We are also digging into the former employee's background and reaching out to police to learn more about criminal charges. On the First Alert Desk, I'm Stephanie Simone, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.